introduce what's going on. So that's the first question. Tell us what's going on over here, why we're here today.
Okay.
Okay. Whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready.
Oh.
So what are we doing here?
So today we're doing the Fashion Fanatic Kids East in the 80s event, a charity event for sick children in the Brooklyn Hospital Ward. That's where all the proceeds go to. We usually have it at our usual venue, which is the Roulette Theater, downtown Brooklyn. So if you're afraid to come to Brooklyn, don't be. Buy a ticket and come to our show and support our children, because we teach kids to help other kids that are less fortunate than they are. And they do a very, very good job of doing that.
I just looked at it a little bit.
Probably not.
It's like a shadow.
That's just so great. Oh. I try not to do this to you, Los.
So,
Hey,
so
bro.
tell us why you do this. Like, why do you do it for the kids? It's not something they're rich off of. Obviously, there's a lot of passion behind it. Why?
Because I'm dumb. Um, I do a lot of stuff for troubled children because I was considered a troubled child. I hate the word troubled because I really don't know what that means. Does it mean you have bad behavior or something's wrong with you? Or either way, a child is a child. And with children, you see your work. I really don't like adults because adults think they know everything. Kids are cool and they soak up things like sponges, and you talk to them and they have their own little characters and stuff, and they bring certain things to the table. And once they understand who the boss is, things are great with us. You know, I have these shows every year. My success rate is very, very high. And all my kids are willing to come back to do my shows over and over again. So I have to definitely be doing something right.
Are you going to do another one?
Who are you talking to? So, the Reverend came and had a talk with me today, and he told me to not say no, that I'm not going to do a show again, so I'm just going to shut up.
Can you introduce these fine people around you?
Sure. So, to my left, I have my front stage director, Mr. Adrice. We don't give last names here. And in the far left, I have my director of grips, King Big. And to my right, I have my backstage director, Miss Kim. And to my far right, I have my director of concession, Miss Tiani.
So I'll pass it to her.
Good.
So tell us about your involvement in the show. What was your role in the show?
Well, I run concession, so if you need food, apparently raffle tickets, clothes, backpacks, I sell it all. I'm great. That's normally my domain, is making sure everyone's happy and fed.
So why do you participate in this event? Like, what drew you to it, or toy? Why did you get
Um,
to it?
I enjoy doing this a lot. I can't really explain it. It brings me joy. I get very happy and excited when I do this, even though she yells and screams
All day?
all day,
All day.
all day. I enjoy every bit of it, and I still laugh. And she will probably yell at me, but I still laugh at all of it. And she's like my spirit animal, so
I'm old.
it's the best.
Ken, tell us about your role in this event.
Well, Miss Choi is my sister from another mother. Yeah, we met some years ago, and she didn't like me to begin with, but I forced her to like me. So I have to do these things now because, as I said, she's my sister. So she says, come, we come. So that's it. You know, we make sure that we do what we need to do for the kids. We're always here supporting, making sure that they get what they need and that they enjoy themselves while they're doing it, as well as supporting other kids at the same time.
So why do you do it for the kids? Why do you support the kids?
Well, because I'm a mother, number one, and I've raised my own two children who are now adults, but in the process of raising them, I've raised other kids that were troubled or had issues. I myself was a troubled kid. And, you know, I turned a corner, I'm on the other side. So just being able to prove that just because you're going through something right now doesn't mean that's where you're gonna end up later on down the road. So if we show them something different, they'll do different. They always say, to get something you've never had, you have to do something you've never done. So
How do you think this event went?
I think it was great. I didn't get to see it. I was downstairs, but you know, the kids are awesome. They enjoy it. You know, we just have a good time. So that's what it's about, making sure that the kids enjoy themselves, they're happy, and they look forward to it every year. They keep showing up, so we're gonna keep showing up. So that kind of puts you in
Right
the
here.
thing.
So tell us about your role in this event.
Hey, even though it seems like it's a lot of hats, I was front stage manager today. Okay, and what happens is you have to be in sync with the whole crew. You know, and I took a little hiatus away from the scene, you know, for a little while, and so did Toy as well. Well, I had more of a hiatus than you. And what it is, people don't understand. This is passion driven. Fashion is definitely, to me, is passion driven. But when it comes to kids, it's a whole nother level because they're not adults. Therefore, you have to teach them. You understand? And I also have, you know, I'm a father as well. So therefore, by me being lucky enough to have a platform where Toy let my son be a part of this, that's a great thing. And also, as Kim said, regarding kids, we were kids once ourselves, and you know, and some of us were troubled, some of us had, you know, some issues, but it's not about that. It's about getting past that and moving on and helping others. Just like this person told me the other day about helping others.
Tell us more about this opportunity for you to get back.
Oh, wow. I thought at one point I would be done with this, you know, but, you know, when Miss Toy spoke to me about it, she was very sincere. We had a meeting.
No, she just does show up.
That too. So I thought about it, and I said, why not? You know, but like I said, it's not easy. It's kind of tough because you have to be, once again, in sync with each other. You understand? And even if that person have done something 3 times and showed somebody else, you got to do it another 4 times to make sure you're in sync. So by me being back, you know, in this type of venue, it shows me I have to, you know, I've been rusty. But all in all, it was a great turnout. People showed up, and that's what, you know, that's what it's about, you know, as well. So on that note, Fashion Fanatics.
Blinded.
My fault.
It's all good.
All right, so tell us about your role in this event.
All right, how you doing? My role in today's event was I was in charge of the grips. And being in charge of the grips, you set up the seating, you arrange the stage, You put up the pipe and drapes. You make sure everyone has what they need. So you help with the backstage, and Mr. Idris here, delegate with him and make sure everything is running nice and smooth.
So, you know, the show seems like it tries to show a high level of professionalism and image. Take us through that, or what it takes. I know the kids are involved in a lot in some of the preparation. Can you like talk a little bit more about that?
There's a lot of meetings, a lot of sleepless nights. A lot goes into the preparation. So what you see in a few hours takes weeks and months to achieve.
So, what does this mean for you, as far as being able to participate in an event that's catered to the youth, troubled youth?
Well, it's good to give back. I believe in each one teach one, and I think young children need someone to guide them. They need role models, and they need to see things and not just hear it. So when they can come out and participate in something like this and see that they can be part of something that's different in their everyday lives, that helps them a lot.
Anyone else?
This is what happens when you don't sleep.
No, I do not.
Yeah.
Fashion Fanatics guarantees certain things to parents. We guarantee that when your child is working with us, they're safe. We guarantee that they're having fun or on the verge of having fun. We guarantee that we're here to teach. We guarantee that your child is not in the street and in trouble. For those 2 hours or hour and a half, or however how long our rehearsals are, mostly 3 hours. Your kids are in a well-structured environment, safe from the outdoors. They're not in trouble. They're not in jail. They're not harmed. They're not hurt. They're having a good time. They're learning something different because we bring out different. We introduce them to different. And this year we decided to do an 80s show, and when the kids walked in, they didn't know who any of those artists were that they performed today. And backstage, they were singing every song in this show, which is great. It just gives them something else besides your typical music that they're used to listening to today. And don't get me wrong, I listen to a little trap music myself, but all day, every day.
When you can have a 7-year-old in 2019 know Rakim's Microphone Fiend and enjoy it, that means something, especially considering it's 20 years old. And he loved it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So much that he kept taking the speaker home. But I don't know, I'm very passionate when it comes up to children. I am a mother, I have my own child. He was one of the designers tonight, I'm happy to say. He did a good job, even shocked me. But you know. But also, when you're dealing with children, the things you say and the things you do to them has an impact on them. I feel like if I could save one child out here, then I've done my job. So that's what I try to do. And this is my way of doing it. I try to find creative ways of getting through to them. And I use the arts, and I use fashion, and I use music to do it. And it works. But I'm also very militant. So when your child is with me, they listen. They do listen. And we have a good time, but they do listen. But we are not a school. So when we do our castings, parents, that means, or if we ever do a casting again, that means your child must come prep for show already. We do not teach them how to do shows. We prep them for shows. I just want to be clear. Also, I want to be clear that we are not a children's modeling agency. We are a fashion and entertainment production company, which means not only do we do fashion shows because we love to do them, because we all came from it, and this is our way of showing gratitude to this art. We also do weddings, bar mitzvahs, corporate events, and everything else. Feel free.
www.fashionfanatics.com.
Feel free to hire us. But in a nutshell, I do enjoy what I do, and I feel like their time spent with us keeps them well-rounded, it keeps them focused, it keeps them involved, and it keeps them happy. And also the proceeds, I make sure that the proceeds go to a well-deserved organization for every show. We are good people, we're out here doing good things, and it helps a lot when we have people backing us and sponsoring our events. If we ever do another one.